The wicked daughter-in-law. The day my son brought her into my home in Lagos, something in my spirit felt uneasy. She was beautiful, polished, confident, but when she greeted me, she didn't kneel properly. Just a slight bend. Small thing, right? That was how it started. I ignored the warning in my heart because I didn't want to lose my only son. I didn't know I was about to lose him anyway. Before we continue, let's think about this. Should a mother trust her instinct immediately or give love a chance? To be continued. 3 weeks after the wedding, she rearranged my sitting room. She moved my late husband's picture from the center wall. It makes the house look old, Mommy. Old? That man built this house brick by brick. My son said nothing. That silence, it was louder than an insult. That was the day I realized I was no longer the queen of my own home. Let's think about this before we continue. Is silence from your child worse than disrespect from a stranger? To be continued. She counted meat in the freezer, locked the fridge, and one night she said in front of my son, "Mommy eats too much. Food finishes quickly." After all the years I starved so he could eat, my son kept quiet. I went to my room and cried where nobody could see. But that was not even the worst part. The lies were coming. Food for thought. Can you survive in a house where your voice no longer matters? To be continued. One night, my son stormed into my room. "Why did you insult her mother?" I was shocked. I had never even met the woman. She stood behind him, crying. That was when I knew. This wasn't misunderstanding. It was strategy. And my son was slowly choosing sides. Before we continue, let's think about this. When marriage enters a home, must someone always lose? To be continued. She said they needed privacy. My son told me to stay downstairs more often, in my own house, the house I helped build. I began eating alone, praying alone, living like a visitor. But what I overheard one afternoon made my blood run cold. Just imagine this. Have you ever heard your name in a conversation you weren't meant to hear? To be continued.
She brought up the house documents. It's safer if everything is in Tunde's name fully. Safer for who? Later that night, I heard her on the phone. Once the property is transferred, we can sell. Sell? Sell where my husband's memories live? For the first time, fear entered my heart. Let's look at this. Would you fight your own child to protect what you built? To be continued. When she got pregnant, I thought peace would come. Instead, she told neighbors I was stressing her. She refused me access to hospital visits. Then one day, I overheard her say, "Once this baby comes, she will have no choice but to leave." Leave? Go where? That was the day something inside me broke. Let's think about this before we continue. Is a grandchild enough reason to endure disrespect? To be continued. I fell down the staircase. She was the only one upstairs. She said it was an accident. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. In the hospital, my son sat beside her, not me. That was when I realized I had already lost him. But karma was quietly preparing its entrance. Food for thought. Do you believe what you do in secret always comes to light? To be continued. My son lost his job. Suddenly, the luxury stopped. Calls from creditors began. Then one night, I overheard her again. "Once we sell, we'll relocate to Abuja." My son didn't know. For the first time, doubt entered his eyes, and truth started knocking. Food for thought. Can greed destroy what love built? Final part next. The harvest. The messages were discovered, the secret plans exposed. She denied, then blamed, then packed her bags. Before leaving, she said, "You turned him against me." I didn't answer, Because the truth, greed turned her against herself. Months later, my son apologized, but some wounds don't heal completely. Sometimes the wicked daughter-in-law is not just wicked. Sometimes she is a lesson. If this touched you, comment Part 1 hit me and share with someone who needs this story.